Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cozy and Thriving. I'm your host, Michaela, and this is a podcast where we just learn to build a life that we actually want to be present for. Today, I'm so excited, and I know I say this every single week, but I'm actually so excited because today I have my very first guest, Chelsea from the Soul Circle. She is amazing, and I feel like everything that she talked about, if you're a business owner, and even if you're not a business owner, I feel like just taking this into your life and into your day to day is going to help so much. We talked about slow living, we talked about business, we talked about relationships in business, we talked about boundaries, we talked about communication, we talked about it all. So you guys won't want to miss this. But everybody say hello to Chelsea. Thank you for joining me today, Chelsea. I'm so excited that you're here. You're my very first podcast guest.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, hello.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been like so intentional about like picking people to put on here, so I'm glad that you were wanting to do this and I'm excited. So,
I'm very excited. Am I allowed to just talk right now?
yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't know
Yeah.
if you used to do your intro, but
Yeah,
I'm very
no.
excited about this. I feel
Yeah.
like I don't even know how we found each other on the internet, but I am so glad that we did because I feel like every time we like something, you're like, wait, no, that's same.
Right. Yeah.
Everything's same. So,
We're like so similar in so many ways and it's
mm,
crazy. But yeah, I think that I like started my editing business and then we reached out and like talked that way. And I think that ever since then we just have been in contact, which is like so cool.
now
So,
that you say that, I remember because I was on Threads and I saw you posting before you mentioned editing, I think, and I was
mhm.
like, I want her whole setup, like the color grading and everything. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's what I like want to do
Yeah.
consistently. And I was doing it for myself, but I'm like, I need someone else to help me.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned you were editing. I was like, oh, okay, we need to
Right.
talk. And
Yeah.
then we just kept talking.
Yeah. Which is amazing. But I want to just hear about like a little bit about you and from your I guess side of things of like how you started your business and like who you are outside of your business and everything. I'll give you the floor.
Okay. Hey, I'm Chelsea. So when I started the Soul Circle, I very much was in a place of not being myself, actually. Like I had been at my job at that time for almost 2 years, like a year and a half. And I had to get out. I was not the same to my people, the people I love and who support me. They were just like, you gotta get out of whatever this hole that you're like in, this like black hole, you gotta get out.
Yeah.
And I knew that, but I also was like, I need a job first. Like I wanted to have a job lined up before, because I'd never just quit a job without a backup.
Yeah, right.
And whenever my now fiance, he was like, "Look, you need just quit and we'll figure it out." I was
Mhm.
like, "Okay." And to me, I love to work. I really love
Mhm.
like working hard and
Yeah.
hustling, if you will. So I was
Yeah.
like, let me figure this out for real. And that's when I started the Soul Circle. I applied to a few places, but kind of just so that I applied to a few places.
Right, yeah.
They weren't really in hopes of getting them. It was really like, I'm just starting the Soul Circle, which I didn't know was the Soul Circle at the time.
Okay.
Um, and it really just kind of started from there and then just
Yeah.
took off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, it's pretty crazy thinking I'm going on my third year.
Oh wow.
And yeah, 2023, January 15th was my first
Oh.
day at my office. And it's pretty cool to
Yeah.
think that can make it work this long.
Yeah, that is crazy. I started my business at the beginning of the year, and I think similar to you, I was kind of like off and on jobs because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew that like working for other people just wasn't going to work for me. Just
Forever.
with yeah, like for my with my lifestyle and like the things that I like to do and I just wanted to make money doing something that I actually enjoyed. And I think jumping into that is such a big thing and like almost sounds scary sometimes because it's like you said, I don't have a backup plan. I'm just gonna quit and try to figure it out. But like when it aligns, and that's
Yeah.
like so cool. So,
And you can feel that it's right. It's
yeah.
like you're trusting your entire instinct and that's
Yeah.
it. Like
Right.
this is what we're living on now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
For sure. So how, like right now, how does your like life look, or your work life look, or like how does that look like right now?
Yeah. Well, things are in a funny situation right now because I've made quite a few life changes that
Mhm.
are intentionally affecting the business. But right now, day to day looks like moving to New York. So I moved
Mhm.
from Florida to New York and less than a month ago. And so right now, I have like a makeshift setup right now because I don't have a sofa. I don't have chairs in here yet.
Oh my
Like I'm
gosh.
still very like I'm sitting on a box right now. Like it's very, very
Yeah.
new. So it's right now trying to figure out who are my people here and where is my community. Do I need
Mhm.
to build my own community? So I've really been exploring the neighborhood. That's really what work looks like right now is
Okay.
working on existing clients, my retainer clients, and working on campaigns and things like that,
Mhm.
which is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
And then since being here, really exploring as much as I can day to day. Like yesterday, I found a new area that's, 10-minute walk away from me. And I'm like, I've gone in like every single direction of my apartment and I keep
Yeah.
finding new gems everywhere. And it's just insane.
Yeah.
Um, so right now it's a lot of exploration. I'm,
Mhm.
internally, externally, for the business, personally, I'm in a big explorative stage of my life,
Yeah.
and for the business especially, that's really why I'm here. So
Yeah. That's so awesome that you made the like move, which I feel like is for your business, but I also feel like personally it just helps you grow. Like you're stepping outside of what your norm was. Like you're saying like, do I have to build community? Do I have to is it going to find me? Like where's my place here? And I think that's really amazing, really cool, because New York is just, I love New York. I've told
yeah,
you about it, but yeah, I just,
yeah,
it's so, there's so many things, like so many things. And I feel like you could be there for the next 10 years and still be exploring.
exploring.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
exactly. And I'm just exploring what's nearby. I mean, I've gone to Manhattan a few times. So I moved to
mhm.
Brooklyn, and I don't know. I've gone to Manhattan quite a bit.
Yeah.
I love Soho area. That's my go-to spot.
Okay. Yeah.
As many people do love Soho, but
Yeah.
I that's usually where I'm at when I'm over in Manhattan. It's either Soho or like Chinatown.
Okay.
Um, and being in Brooklyn, yes, I've found areas where I want to explore more
Hmm.
community. So going into a personal side of it, I have really been into wine lately.
Hmm.
I mean, I've always been into wine. Before I was of legal age, I've really loved wine.
Hmm.
And I just really I think I loved how complex it was. And
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it. But within the last few months, I started learning more about regions and
Oh, wow. Yeah.
almost like a sommelier, like trying to really understand it.
Hmm.
And I'm very new at it, so don't ask me any hard
That's okay.
questions. But I've really just been intrigued by it.
Hmm.
And so while I'm here, I've been going to different wine shops, wine bars, and just talking to like the owner or whoever is working there at the time.
Hmm.
And there's so many tastings, and community comes from that as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for me, I'm already like, okay, Fridays, I have my spot for Fridays. I know where
Hmm.
I'm going on Fridays for, to find my people and
Yeah.
anything else that comes of it. But the
Yeah.
city it's such a beautiful city for finding people and finding people
Yeah.
of similar mindset, with not just not just enjoying the city, because I feel like that's
Yeah.
a common thought that brings us all together here
Hmm.
so far. Everybody I've met is like, I could not live anywhere else.
Yeah.
This is the place. But also in the hardworking mindset. It's very common out here for people to
Yeah.
either be achieving a dream or they have a dream that they're, ready to start working on, or
Yeah.
they're, already incredibly successful and, just pushing past those boundaries too. So
Yeah.
it's a really cool, well-rounded uh, city to be in.
Yeah. That sounds so cool. Like just to be able to like go outside and be like, "Oh yeah, you're doing that too," and like being able to connect in that way is just like
Mhm.
that's so cool. I did want to ask you because when we chatted before, you were talking about how you wanted to talk a little bit about being raw in your like relationships or specifically business relationships.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to hear like a little bit more of your heart on that one.
Yeah. So I started the Soul Circle with the intention of not being like any other agency.
Mhm.
And by that, I mean not just trying to hit numbers and bring in money. And yeah, of course, I want to make money. That's
Yeah,
like,
of course.
that's,
Yeah.
that's what business is for.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to do it ethically. And I want to go to sleep at night and feel good about the decisions I'm making for myself, the decisions
Mhm.
I'm making for my clients, for my
Yeah.
team. Um, I'm very real with clients about my boundaries,
Mhm.
and I was just telling you before this how I took this week off.
Yeah.
I've been off technically since December 19th,
Yeah.
and this is the longest break I've ever taken. I did work a little bit here and there, nothing too
Yeah.
major. And this is the first time I've ever taken this long off of work,
Mm. Yeah.
and truly just giving myself time to be all in this year, because I,
Yeah.
I moved here so that I could be all in and not
Yeah.
just be like chill.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need a break, a good
Mhm.
break before I go all in and go insane.
Yeah.
The good kind of insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as clients, I have let certain people go in the past that just, we weren't a right fit.
Yeah.
And I think this is what you were asking me. I hope
Mhm.
I'm answering what you were kind of thinking, but
Yeah.
I I'm very honest about what I can handle.
Mhm.
And I mean mentally, conversationally, if someone is not treating me or my team correctly or
Yeah.
treating them or myself with respect, I I will discontinue
Yeah.
services
Yeah.
in a kind way, because
Of
I
course. Yeah.
understand not everybody meshes well, but at the
Yeah.
same time, that's like the foundation of what the Soul Circle is
Mhm.
we are respecting each other. We respect
Yeah.
each other. We are collaborative. It's a collaborative space. Creativity does not flourish when you're stressed and feeling like bogged down. For me,
Yeah.
some
Mhm.
people do thrive in those environments. And there are plenty of agencies for you to work at that offer that experience.
Yeah.
But for me, that's a big thing is, enjoying where you work. And I think
Yeah.
me and my team, we're all remote, but whenever we chat, we have Friday chats and we like talk on our
Mhm.
which actually I have one today. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
But we have our Friday chats, and it's just a time for us to not talk about work. We just chill, and it's a good way for us to just like enjoy each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's such an important piece to foster in a company, especially if you have the choice to create that
Yeah,
like
for
safe.
sure.
I try not to say safe space because I think that
Mhm.
I've said it too much. I know I've personally said it too much, but it
Yeah.
really is that I just want it to be a comfortable place for everyone to be and to look
Yeah.
forward to.
Yeah, for sure. And it also, I feel like, brings like the humanity side of people to a business. Like, it's not like a bunch of robots like running around and trying to do work,
Yeah.
but it's like real people living real lives, doing real things.
Mhm.
And you're offering a space for your team to be able to live that in their work. And I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, when I have a team and like more people working for me, I don't want them to dread coming to work for me. I
Yeah.
never want that to be the case. And like, I'm so cozy and so laid back and like so anti hustle. Like, if you need a break, take it. Like, like
Yes.
that's just like my mindset.
Mhm.
So I love that you do that and that's like a big piece of your business. And I think it shows like even through what you post and like how you talk about your business and everything. I think it shows. So that's really awesome and really cool.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, of
I have
course.
there is. this one story, or I guess one centerpiece for me that I always come back to is I never want to see someone's name pop up on my phone and immediately be stressed.
Yeah.
Because I had that in my last job that there was one person's name that would pop up and I was like dreading it,
Yeah.
like pure dread. Like, oh my God, I don't want to answer this,
Yeah.
or I don't even want to call them back later,
Hmm.
you know, because like it was my boss and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I never want to feel that again. I never want people to feel that because of me.
Yeah.
And I think there's such a power in feeling like comfortable or feeling respected. I think
Yeah.
ultimately it all comes down to respect, you know?
Yeah. For sure.
Um, and that's like the artist in me that's like, I demand respect, you know? But it's so true. I
Yeah.
think it's, you know, we're all just trying to make it through life. And
Yeah.
especially when you're in creative jobs, I feel like you're in a creative job because that was the fun choice for you.
Yeah.
And you're probably also talented. So you're
Yeah.
in the creative field. So why are we not all just enjoying it and respecting each other for
Yeah.
making such a decision, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You would think that it would be like a normal thing, but it's not.
It's rare.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so if you like don't mind sharing, I guess like a little bit more about um your like boundaries, I guess with clients. Like for me, it's still something that I kind of struggle with. Like I talk about it a lot. Like I don't respond to clients, but then I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
I'll just like message her real quick, or I'll just say like, hey, I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
going to be here or whatever. Like when you are completely ignoring clients, like how do you feel? Is it crazy? Or like have you been doing it enough to where you're just like, this is how I am. This is like, they know
So
this is me or,
I'm not ignoring them. I'm not ignoring people.
hmm,
First of all, I do have my out of office messages on, so there's
yeah,
that. They at least know that. But
yeah,
also, I let clients know a month in advance.
okay,
Like if I'm gone for a significant amount of time,
yeah,
I let them know a month in advance. Hey, like if you have any projects, you have up until this date to send me your brand new project so
yeah,
that we can have it done, completed, feedback, everything done before I'm out
hmm,
because I will get it done. If it is past the date that I'm out of office, I still want to get it done. I'm not going to leave you hanging and be like, well, too late.
yeah,
I'm out.
yeah,
But I just try to set boundaries. It's really ultimately for myself because I want to give you the best work. You know,
yeah,
if you hired me to do a job and I want to do it to my absolute best ability. And
yeah,
I want my team to have enough time to do it as well and
yeah,
within the deadline and all of these things. But I'm very communicative, whether it's a text message or it's an email saying, hey, I saw this, I'll get back to you in a few days. Or,
hmm,
hey, I saw this, I'm looking into it, I'll get back to you. You know, whatever it
yeah,
is, like I like all of those incremental bits of communication are so
yeah,
integral to how I run my business because I don't, I very rarely have people check in and say, hey, how's this project coming along? I don't have people ask me that because
yeah,
I am communicative. Hey, I might be running, if I'm running late, because I'm human,
hmm,
hey, I need an extra 24 hours. If you got
yeah,
24 hours, please let me know. If not, I will show you what it looks like right now
hmm,
and we can move forward from there. But I, I just like to be as honest as possible, probably honestly for my own conscience,
yeah,
but
yeah,
also just I think it helps communication just solves so many problems.
yeah,
It mitigates any problems as well, you
yeah,
know? And for me, that's kind of where my boundaries are, is
hmm,
just make sure that they know where I'm at. And if anybody has a problem with it, with which usually people don't,
yeah, for sure.
if they did,
Hmm,
then you can fix it, solve it, whatever you need to
yeah,
do. You know, if someone says, actually, we don't have the extra time, we need something right now. Okay, great. I will prioritize this and I'll try to move some other things around if I need to.
yeah,
Because usually with clients, especially on retainer, you have multiple things going on at once.
yeah,
So you can push something so that you can prioritize the other. But
yeah,
as long as the client knows where I'm at, I feel most confident in providing the work, like
Yeah.
on time or a little bit late if I have to for
Yeah.
something else. But that's really where boundaries are for me. And I do try to take days off, throughout the year as well to
Hmm.
just rest and recoup because though I am a big promoter of cozy
Hmm.
and, slow living, which is, I was thinking this morning, I'm like, how funny is it that I promote slow living and then I moved to New York? Like that,
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. Um, but I am a big promoter of that. And it's really just in the routine of things. Like, how are you
Hmm.
waking up? Are you waking up feeling rushed? Are you waking up with a coffee in hand? Which actually my fiance made my coffee this morning.
Oh.
So that was very sweet.
Yeah.
While I set up my camera and everything.
Yeah.
But he, I think having that boundary for yourself, like building it into your routine and making sure that you're committed to your boundaries in a nice way. I think there's
Yeah.
also a misconception sometimes of, oh, my stomach hurts a little bit. I can't work all day. And it's
Hmm.
like, how often are you going to use that excuse
Yeah.
to not get things done?
Yeah.
I think sometimes when you tell people that they should set boundaries, they do take it too far.
Yeah.
Um, in some cases.
Yeah.
And that's just the management side of me that has
Hmm.
experienced some people taking maybe advantage of that,
Yeah.
of having boundaries. Because I do believe in, yes, you need mental health days and you need your rest days because I need them
Yeah.
myself. But there's, you still got to reel it in
Hmm.
sometimes. Like sometimes you
Yeah.
got to push through.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get the thing done and do it
Yeah.
well and not, you know, I guess baby yourself so much
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
sometimes.
I think that, yeah, for sure. I think that slow living, like, we've put it in our minds that it's like this aesthetic of like being in this field and like waking up whenever. And like, I realize that the times that I feel like I have the most time is when I'm like structured. And
Mm,
like, what you're saying is like, how am I waking up? Am I waking up rushed, or am I waking up with like a million things on my mind, or am I waking up and like doing the things that are going to calm my day down?
mhm.
And then also just like what you said, like people can baby themselves, and like slow living isn't being like, I'm just going to do whatever I feel whenever I feel like it.
Yeah,
It's like
all the
actually,
time.
yeah, all the time. It's like really being structured. And when you have that like structure of like, hey, I'm going to take like a weekend, a longer weekend every quarter just to like refresh, whatever, and then I'll come back and be better than ever. But it's like
Mhm.
knowing yourself and knowing when you're going to need those days or that like extra like hour in the morning or whatever. But yeah, I realize that there's definitely a balance with slow living that people like don't understand. It's either
Mhm.
like rush, rush,
It's
rush,
all the way
or
one side or all
yeah,
the way the other.
yeah,
And like slow living is not equal to lazy living. And I
yeah,
think that's where there's kind of a misalignment sometimes.
yes,
Maybe people who are new at it, I don't know.
yeah,
Um, I think a cozy life is when you are relaxing, be totally in relaxation mode. That's
yeah,
it. It's
hmm,
not, I'm laying in bed and I'm reading a few emails from work. No,
yeah,
like be in the bed and be relaxed, like
yeah,
actually relax.
yeah.
Like your cute dog back there. Like he's so in, is it a girl or a boy?
Yeah,
She, she is
yeah,
so in relax mode. Like she's not on her
yeah,
phone, like
right,
chill, just chill. But
yeah,
then when you are working, really be in that and really focus on what you're doing. Because I think, and also as a business owner, there's the side of it's easy because you're creating your own schedule.
yeah,
So you can easily like veer off and be like, I've worked for an hour. I'm kind of tired now.
yeah,
I want to take a break. And it's
yeah,
very easy to get caught up in that. I've had few moments. I'm obsessed with work. I'll be honest. I am obsessed with it. I have to like make myself kind of relax and sit back. Um, but I've had moments where you're like, okay, I'm a little overwhelmed. Now I need to take a break. And I'm not saying it
hmm,
needs to get to a breaking point every time to take a break. I think it's good to have it in a schedule, just like you mentioned,
yeah,
having a routine. Having a routine is everything.
Yeah.
especially when you're running your own
Right.
business. Like,
Yeah, I definitely, that's something like I really feel like I entered into slow living like this past year, just like really learning what it means. I love being cozy, so like I'm always like I have sweatpants on right now and like I'm just like always in a mode of like being comfortable, but I think that I really wanted to like enjoy my life and enjoy the parts of the life that aren't work or that aren't responsibility. But I realized that in order to do that, like last year, just realizing all of this, in order to do that, I had to make sure that I was intentionally setting time to do the things that I wanted to do and intentionally setting time to like even just relax. Like I'm going to on Mondays like take the evening and just like binge watch my TV shows, but I'm not like binge watching and like trying to figure out
yes.
content. I'm not binge watching and like responding to emails. It's like I'm being present in like what I'm doing. And it does take, I think, practice and it does take time to like really learn that, especially coming from a like 9 to 5 to like running your own. It
Hmm.
really takes time to like learn that, but it is so worth it in the end, I feel like.
It is. I think it's
Yeah.
more sustainable for sure.
Yeah.
It creates a longer lasting effect on your peace and
Yeah.
comfort without going overboard. Because, and now again, with moving,
Mhm.
especially moving here, because I have very large goals, for being here,
Yeah.
right? But now I'm trying to figure out what does my new routine look like here because I will be between here and Florida. So
Okay,
there's
yeah.
still that like flight every month that I have to take
Mhm.
and traveling it takes up a lot of like your routine.
Yeah.
Even it's like a day,
Mhm.
of just okay, now I'm home, now I need to unpack, now I need to get situated in my other home and
Yeah.
all of these different bits of routine that you're trying to get reaccustomed to
Yeah.
almost. And
Yeah.
that's not even just with moving. It's okay, say you have a new client that you're adding onto your roster. Now you have to figure out a new routine for them. And
Yeah.
how does your life look like with them? So
Yeah.
it's a constant readjustment. And I think it's a constant practice as well. Because I at one point had like a very strict 2 hours in the morning of slow morning only. And it
Mhm.
was like I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and then between 5 and 6, I would just kind of like lay in bed slash brush my teeth slash
Yeah.
kind of the basic personal routine.
Yeah.
And then I would start my coffee at like 6 and like slowly get into the 7 a.m. part of the
Mhm.
morning and just not give myself too much pressure.
Yeah.
And that was my slow morning. And then from 7 to sometimes 7 at night, I was going
Yeah.
work mode
Yeah.
the whole day. So now it's a little different where I'm here and I want to network and be in the community.
Mhm.
So now I have to factor in, okay, I need to rest, but I also
Yeah.
want to say yes more often to
Yeah.
events and things.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's going to be an adjustment and it
Yeah.
already has been. And also not looking at New York as a vacation has been
Mhm.
big on my mind lately because it's so easy to get caught in like, oh,
Yeah.
there's a pop-up happening in Soho. Oh, there's this new music event and
Yeah.
there's this new everywhere,
Yeah.
All
Right.
day, every day, there's like thousands of events happening here.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from a small town where there's like maybe one event a week
Yeah.
happening. And you're like,
Right.
at least that I want to go to. And you're like,
Yeah.
here, the options are overflowing and a little bit
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
So finding a routine to also like,
Yeah.
how can I balance that? So
Yeah.
it's new, but I'll figure it
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's like different seasons. Like this might be a season where you actually just say like yes more often than
Mhm.
before. And then there'll be a season where it's like, okay, no, I've had my time
Break.
of being yes. Now it's time to be no.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you'll definitely thrive there and like find your routine and everything. So I'm excited for you. I
Yeah.
really am.
Me too. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's pretty much all that I had and like wanted to like chat about. But if you have anything else like that you just like want to say, or like parting words, like wisdom, whatever you want, like this is for
Wisdom.
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna go into this because my life, the reason I even moved and did all of this,
Hmm.
back in October, I attended a creative retreat, which I did not know was a retreat at the time. I thought it was kind of a new way of networking.
Oh, okay.
And it was in Cape Cod. It was a really life-changing experience. That's
Yeah.
what, you know, got me into the, oh, I'm moving, I'm doing this, I'm just doing
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
So during that retreat, I guess this is my little word of wisdom.
Yeah.
I, anybody that's listening or watching, I really encourage you to go as deep inside of yourself as you can. Maybe it's the childhood version of you. Maybe it's a season where you were the absolute happiest you could have ever been. Think about what was making you that happy and do that,
Mm.
at the core. I learned a lot about how I kind of got away from that. I'm very big on checklists, and I
Yeah.
was almost living my life as a checklist.
Mm.
And it was, cool, accomplished that, check.
Yeah.
Did this all week, check, and it's not a way of living. I
Yeah.
still have my checklist, but I've really a part of my checklist now is taking care of myself and
Hmm.
making sure that I'm still doing what drives me and what gives me passion.
Yeah.
And I just encourage anybody who's watching this to seriously take yourself seriously, take your fun seriously,
Yeah. Yeah.
and do all of the things that make you happy, even if it's 5 minutes a day or five
Hmm.
minutes, every other day, whatever that routine looks like, build it into your routine.
Yeah.
Because for me, New York was a lifelong dream. It was like since I was a kid, I wanted to be here.
Hmm.
And I think there were years where I went by with like, no, I couldn't live there, but I'll visit. And it was
Yeah.
almost just me in denial, like, no, you still want to live there. You
Yeah.
just think it's not
Right.
possible.
Yeah.
And I finally just kind of said, F it, I'm going. Like I'm doing it.
Hmm.
And I I feel really proud of me. And I like telling my younger version of myself
Yeah.
that you can do anything you want to be. You can do
Yeah.
anything and be anything that you want to be.
Yeah.
But it's important too to practice daily, like what you love, what you're
Yeah.
passionate about. And yeah, get back
Yeah.
to your roots at all times
Yeah.
is my
Yeah. I love that.
my sentiment.
I love that. I'm taking that for myself.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I love that. I would love to have you back on if you don't mind. Like I love chatting with you. I feel like you're just so fun and like we vibe really well.
Yes.
So, yeah, I love that. But yeah, I think
Well,
that's
thank
all.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
of
for having
course.
me. This is cool. And I get to be the first. Like,
I
how
know,
cool
yeah.
is that? So
It
thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Next time I will be in my cozy space because all my
Okay.
stuff is delivering.
Oh,
So,
yay.
yes. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
This was
Of
fun.
course. Of course. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode as much as I did. I was literally like, I'm taking all of this for myself. Like, I am going to be revamping 2026. 2026 is going to literally be the best year ever of my life. And I hope that it is for you as well. Make sure that you follow me on all social media platforms. Everything is always in the show notes. You can also subscribe to the Spotify show where you'll get episodes, two bonus episodes a month, which is like so amazing and so awesome. You guys already over there are just love you guys. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, rate, do all the things for the podcast so that way it can be pushed out. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, your day, your month, your year, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.